stock. They're going to give him partial ownership of AEW. They're going to give him like Disney money. I don't know what they're going to do, but it's going to be an insane amount of money. It'll probably be the richest contract given out in Jaguars history.
Interesting. Okay. JP, the best backup landing spot for Cam is where, and how was he when we last saw actual NFL game tape from Cam?
Oh man, this is gonna make me sad. He didn't look that great the last time. Like the arm looked kind of shot, and the running ability obviously isn't gonna stay. He's in his early 30s, coming off multiple injuries. It'd be cool to have him back in the league, but I don't know if he is a starter at this point. I think he'd be a good backup in, I think the best spot probably like Baltimore, maybe. But I just don't know, man. I don't know how much his arm has left. And it's kind of sad.
Well, I just kind of worry about the Baltimore fit with Todd Monken now. Like Greg Roman felt a lot more. That's what I also wonder. I mean, that's an underrated talking point when it comes to Lamar, is he's not running the Greg Roman style. And if you've watched Georgia the last couple of years, that Todd Monken style is going to be a little bit different than what Lamar, and I'm not saying Lamar can do it. It's just going to be very different, and maybe for the better.
I do think they ran Stetson Bennett a lot.
Yeah.
Considering Stetson Bennett is built like one of us. So you have Lamar in that. I think that offense is going to skyrocket if Lamar actually plays in that offense. Cam will be fine as a backup. You give him some more design runs. You let him throw the ball, maybe turn it into kind of a dink and dunk. I just don't know how much he has left.
Cam doesn't have anything left. Cam can barely be a backup at this point. You know what's annoying? All the things that people said about Colin Kaepernick really kind of apply to Cam. Like he is a literal like circus every time, everywhere he goes. You see the videos he just posted recently where he's like I'm back. Like, dog, you can't play football anymore. Like
the text is a little much for me. It's the text for me. I don't like the text.
Yeah, all of the above. Like he's really not good, and he's certainly not anything close to what he used to be. So, like, can he go be a backup in Philadelphia or Baltimore or wherever? Sure, I don't. But like, the experiment's over. I mean, he was a backup and he struggled, and then he was really just bad a couple games. Although he got his rushing touchdowns, which he always does. And then he didn't play and he was gone. I don't know. I'm so tired of hearing about him at this point. It seems crazy.
I just hope Cam is ultimately I hope he ends up making a team just as a backup, because I enjoy seeing Cam Newton. I enjoy seeing him on the sidelines. I enjoy seeing him be on teams. I enjoy seeing the excitement that he has playing football. It's really cool and it's really fun. I just don't know if
he can be the fourth string quarterback in San Francisco, so that when the we're all on our fourth string because every quarterback got injured, he can play. Like the rule change that they made, that could be for Cam in San Francisco.
I also, if I'm Cam, like he was at the pro day, I believe, for Auburn, right?
Yeah,
and Cam's like still probably in my 30 now. Tomorrow is my birthday, so my 32 years of life. Cam is still probably. Joe came close 3 years ago. What was it now? 3, right? With his season at LSU. But I think Cam did more with less, where Joe just had Jamar Chase and dudes everywhere. And I'm not discrediting Joe. Like Joe is unbelievable, and that LSU team was unbelievable. But that Cam year is one of the most fun, insane highlight just after highlight, where Cam, like just the Alabama game alone, what he did and impacted the game by himself was ridiculous. So selfishly, I just want Cam back at Auburn because I love that as a college football fan and what he meant to the sport. And I still would put his individual season that year up against anybody. Like I think that 1 year of Cam at Auburn is still the most insane, fun season, dominant season of football I've ever seen from any player in my lifetime.
And I think he can offer a lot to a lot of college quarterbacks, a lot of young college quarterbacks, because Cam was kind of, I mean, after Michael Vick, Cam was the next guy come through, where he was kind of supposed to change the mold of how a quarterback was supposed to play. I mean, he came along right before RG3, and you wonder now, like, if Cam would have entered the draft in 2019 instead of 2011, what could have been? But he can offer a lot to college kids who are looking to be the next Cam Newton, which is kind of crazy that we're thinking about like the next Cam Newton, because that was in like 2010. That's kind of crazy. Drake Kirkpatrick's son is now like a 4-star college football recruit. I think that's wild, but
that is
wild. Cam can offer a lot to a college franchise or even an NFL franchise, just someone you want to have around the team.
I don't know if he knows Aaron Nolan personally, the 4-star quarterback who just committed to Ohio State. I watched him play at Langston Hughes. Langston Hughes was just an unbelievable juggernaut out of Fairburn this past year. And they've got I talked to their coach on the pod a few months ago. Dudes everywhere, like Ohio State tight commits, like all over the place, like just all D1s, like just D1 dudes everywhere. But that was one of the most dominant. He's fun. Like he's fast. He's not even close to the same build as Cam. Aaron Nolan, though, is such a Heisman quarterback name, and such a just, you watch him in the way he's going to be a star. I don't know if he's going to be the next Atlanta quarterback superstar type, but Aaron Nolan is a name to watch over the next couple of years.
Elite name.
Yeah, Aaron Nolan, like elite name. When I first saw that and just watching him play too, he's fun. Just won a state title this past year at Langston Hughes. See if they go back to back, but they were blowing people out. JP, if you want to watch some crazy high school tape, watch some Langston Hughes with Aaron Nolan last year. It was pretty ridiculous. That offense was unbelievable. Evan, Irsay wants the Colts to draft a quarterback at number 4, reportedly. Evan, should Colts fans be worried about owner interference to reach on a quarterback here? Like, how concerned? Like, is he going to just spill the beans on the pick on Twitter before it comes out? What I'm concerned about Colts fans' sanity here at this point, because they have not been able to replace Andrew Luck at all, and they're finally moving away from the veteran, just stopgap veteran option and really leaning in. But they're in a terrible spot in this draft to do so. If you're a Colts fan, are you nervous going into the draft? And do you want them to just take the 4th quarterback available right now, which is where they might end up being if someone jumps over them and they're whoever's left, good luck.
I mean, it really just comes down to who's available, right? If